He said he'll be out.
Right here.
Yep. Give me a stand.
Spider web.
What?
As you can tell, I got Brady and Casey already here.
It bit me hard.
What did?
Right here and right here. I don't know if it's a spider bit me or something.
I don't see that. Well, did you bite it back?
What, talk of hurt?
Maida wants to know if you bit him back.
Beat him back. Beat him back. Bite me hard.
Oh. Well, I don't know why she wants a link or login code. Login code's not going to be what you need. It's going to be, hang on. There, let me do that. I sent it through Messenger. Login code to be, well, it might be the fact is that you need to, I don't know. Hey, cool gamer. Without me being in there looking at it, sweetie, I can't tell you. Can't hear you, Cajun. We got you. You're muted.
He might be talking to whoever's in the other in the room with him or something. Maybe.
That'd be Johnny.
Yeah, either that or Missy.
It was Johnny. We're getting a tablet set up for him. Notepad.
Here's Lorna. Hello, love. I know you got the link for it.
Oh. Hey, Lorna. How you doing? Cool gamer. How you doing? Hey, Miss Crystal.
Hey, Raging.
How to do the volume, man?
Oh, the volume.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Thank you.
You got to right click on the long one.
Yeah, that's right. I
right
forgot
click
about
and
that.
then move with your finger.
I forgot about that.
Okay. I've got a little story for Raging. Since he was.
Hey, Raging. How you doing, Raging?
Stream last night and everything. There comes Lorna. And he was talking about that shirt and everything he got there at Spencer Gifts. Well, I was going to Spencer Gifts, and of course, I'm a big Kiss fan and everything. And when Kiss did their reunion, and they all got back together back in, was it 98, 97, 98, something like that? They got with Spencer Gifts to start releasing a whole bunch of new merchandise. And it's like, okay, fine. And they came out with those 24-inch dolls, first the Destroyer, then they came out with Love Gun. When I was looking at them, everything, I said, I'd like to get them. I just don't have $150 cash I can fork over at one time. And I was mentioning it to one of their employees. I said, oh, we got layaway. I go, Spencer Gifts has layaway? So I didn't know that. So I went up going, and I got all $4, all four of the 24-inch action figures, you should say, and got them put on layaway. I had one that was almost ready to get paid off because that's the one I wanted to hurry up. So I walked in there, and I wanted to get the Peter Criss one out because Peter Criss is my favorite member of all four original. I like the drummer. Okay. The funny thing is, I told it was ex-girlfriend, which wound up becoming my first wife. I said, watch what I say to the cashier because it was a female. I walked up to her and says, yeah, I want to come get my 24-inch Peter out of layaway. Her face was like, what?
Dang.
I had to sit there and explain to her, yeah, I got the 24-inch Peter Chris doll. It's in layaway.
Hey, Shelly.
She's probably looking at you thinking you're meaning the other way, but or something.
Mhm. Yeah, her mind went to the gutter.
Yeah.
No, Stuart, you remember the other night when I went live and then it decided to kick me out in the middle?
Yeah,
Remember I told you I came in here to try and log on here?
right.
That's why I needed the login code.
Ah.
Hi, Tommy. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Ragin. Hi, Lorna.
Hey,
That's
Shelly.
like- There used to be a Spencer store about 10 minutes from me, Mater, but they closed it a couple years ago now.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's Doug and Lori. Look
Yeah.
over
Because the
there.
mall, well, they're closing a lot of stuff at the mall closest to me anyway. I think the mall that's by me is probably going to be shutting down in the next couple of years because their stores moving out of there left and right.
Might have got some wind in there, Mike. I like the outside in a hurricane.
All right, that's enough.
Not me.
Wow. Well,
It's not Lorna.
Oh, it's on you, boo.
Not like excluded.
No, it's not. Uh-oh.
None of us.
All right, let me out and come back and see if that happens. See what happens.
Oh,
Wonder what that was.
I
no,
don't
it's
know.
still there.
I'm hearing it, but
Oh,
there-
it went away. Oh, it's on Lorna's side.
well, I don't see how because I had her muted and it didn't go away.
No, I noticed it
She's
earlier.
muted
I
now,
thought it
Mater.
was Lorna. Now unmute Lorna. There it is. It's Lorna.
Lorna, mute yourself.
There it is.
Yep.
It's gone.
She might have a fan blowing right around her microphone or something. I'm thinking, Mater.
No. Well, last time that happened, I have a fan that's directly behind there.
Yeah, but it
No,
wasn't like
that's
that.
It wasn't you,
I know.
Crystal. It quit when let her muted herself. It quit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Hey, Smitty. Hey, Adam. How you doing? Tommy Hanlon. Small town
Yeah,
machine shop.
I've been watching Doug on Instagram. He's doing really good.
Oh,
Not me.
yeah. Look, if she pops back in, and if
Yeah.
it's gone, then it's cured. No, it was Lorna.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would still go that anyway because sometimes the residual from that fan will mess it up.
She might have to check something on her end.
that's like when I make the red fan movies on YouTube. Sometimes I have to like watch where I put the
Nice.
camera because the wind will pick up on the camera and then it'll
Mhm.
screw up.
Yep. Jen?
Well, hopefully Adam hadn't lit his ears up by working on that new mill yet. He said he was going to be applying power to it. And hopefully it didn't get too shocking to him.
Oh, that Kearney and
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, me and Johnny watched a few videos yesterday, day before yesterday. I forgot. We didn't comment on all of them, but made sure to comment on one.
Right. I'm going.
And I
I know.
saw the
I wouldn't have
Comet.
yeah.
Saw the Comet Mill video. One of them, and the what's that other one?
Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Breezy.
But yeah, I mean, a mill like that would be nice. My only problem is one, getting it in here, and second, I ain't got the room for it, and third, I ain't got the wiring for it.
Yeah, you got a dirt
that's-
floor in there, right? Yeah. Yeah, you'd never move it inside of there. Not when
Okay,
it
well,
has
no.
that heavy.
Well, the
I
only
bet
way,
you have a draft somewhere.
the only way I'd be able to get it in is I'd have to come in through that back door, and that back door I've already showed Crystal. Once that thing is moved, the way this garage and everything is, it's going to be falling off and it's going to be all sealed up.
Hey, Missy.
Hey, Missy.
Hey, there's my honey, Missy.
Hey, Missy.
Here you go, Missy. This is just for you.
Hey, Arnie.
Hey, Ernie.
Hey, Arnie.
Well, Regin, that's good about the house and everything.
Yep.
But yeah, I've been trying to get some work done out here in the garage. Trying to clear out more room on that side. That way I can get toy
Arnie.
number 2 all set up. But between that, trying to get that done, and this down here, and about 5 trips to the bathroom.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's why it's taking me so long to get it done.
Hey, Renegade. What's up?
Hey, Renegade.
Now, this is a question I got for Crystal. Should I go on and I know I haven't said what it is. I've already done the video on that, the other one, the jointer. Should I go on and tell everybody what it is, since I've been kind of keeping it a secret for about 2-3 weeks now?
Try a month, honey.
Couple of months you've been having those new toys?
Well, he's had them about a month and a half.
I haven't had them that long.
Well, he's had them about a month. About a month.
Yeah, okay. I've had them for about a month. Okay.
No. You want to tell people what it is? Do what you did with the jointer.
No. No, just make a video. I mean, if you hadn't made a video already, make
No, still in the living room.
Yep.
Huh?
still
Okay. Okay. Well, later when you get going to set it up, make a video of the unboxing at its place where it's gonna sit.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
I've got to be able to make room, because it's going to be sitting. Hang on, let me turn
where the jointer is. It's going to go to the other wall.
Right. Okay. So the jointer is on the very back wall, and in the corner, that's where I'm going to have a dust collection system, because I got the jointer over there, and then, like I said, right down through here, that's where I'm going to have the wall and everything. So, and the door probably like right in here somewhere. But just on the other side, I'll have a station set up for the miter.
That's okay, Doug. You have a good day. Hi, Casey.
Hey, Casey.
Arnie, good luck.
Yeah.
Hey,
Casey.
KCB.
But right next to the miter saw is where I'll put the not the jointer, but the planer. But with all those 3 stations right there, I'm going to need some way of getting rid of all the dust and everything, all that sawdust. So I've been watching videos on people making a dust collection system, and I will see about getting that one that Harbor Freight's got, but do some modifications to it, like some of them I've seen. But like right over here where you see that yellow and everything, that's where I'll have the other new toy.
Okay.
That'll be about right there in the middle.
Yeah,
Hey,
you made a comment last night on Theo's live stream. You had told me that you said Cajun just about got the shop straightened out, cleaned out to where I wanted. Won't be long now.
Yep. Well, I was hoping to had it all done, but with the way the insides and everything have been acting, they've been saying.
Anthony.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah. I got up at almost 9, went back to sleep till 10, and then I think I was up half an hour, 45 minutes in the craft room. Next thing I know, it's 12:30.
Yeah.
And he said that he's been out like 4 or 5 different times.
Yeah. By noon, I'd already went about 4 different times.
Yeah. Hi, Backwoods boy.
Hey, back.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Adam. If you only got a couple of 2s like that, just get you a single, and you can move it around to where. But if you're going back and forth between 2 2s, no, then it's not feasible. That's when it pays to have one central dust collector system.
Right. I mean, set up, you know, I probably want up getting one of those. I've seen the thing over at Harbor Freight. Of course, my local store is out of it right now. But anyways, they've got one that it goes on top of a 5-gallon bucket, and it's got that little vortex thing you hook up to a shop vac.
Yeah.
So I've got one of those. I got the 5-gallon bucket. I'll probably get that other and get that hooked up to my shop vac and get that set up on going to one machine at a time, because that's all I'm going to be using, at one time. But eventually, I'd like to have it to where it's hooked up to every single one. I'll put the little waste gates and everything in. That way, have the dust collection system going. And it's like, okay, I need it to go to this one, so I open up that waste gate. Say use the jointer first, and then I can come over to, I can shut that one off, and then I
Be
can
right
have it
back.
go to a different tool. Say the planer.
Mm-hmm.
That way they're all connected. I don't have to worry about going from one to the other.
That sounds like a neat idea, Mater. And
Yeah, well, like I said, I've seen the different videos, people doing that, as far as in their own garage. And I mean, like I say, it's different videos I've seen on YouTube as far as the dust collection system. It's like, okay, well, I'm basically taking ideas from what this person did, something say from this one, and something from this one.
Yeah. Hey, Gleason, what's up? Gleason, mon ami.
Hi, Gleason. Arnie, they can, but you got to have the money to pay for it first. And that's where he's at right now.
you were saying shot back, and it just hit me when you said that. We have a tree in our yard, and the leaves were coming off of it. So I'm outside sucking them up at the shot vac today. I ain't never had a shot vac overheat on me and shut itself off.
Huh. Hey, Gleason.
That is unusual.
Yeah.
But you're picking up a bunch of wet and dry leaves, so you're picking up the moisture too, and they're getting clogged. They're not able to get the air through the filter to be able to keep it
Yeah, I'm
cool.
emptying it pretty often now.
No.
No, it's because they got around where the filter is.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
It got clogged.
Oh, the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wait till tomorrow. Turn it off.
Turn it back on. It should work. Well,
Yeah.
I let it sit an hour, and then I went back out, and it turned on. And I went back out.
Okay. When you go next time you go back out to use it, take that sponge filter off there, the dust filter.
Right.
Well, mine's got a plated one on it. It doesn't have that sponge on it.
Oh well.
Oh, huh.
Just run it for an hour.
I think it's the newer shot vacs. It's the black and red ones.
Shot vac is black and red. Period. It doesn't have a year.
Yeah.
'Cause I know
Yeah, exactly.
the older ones were like blue and gray. I think some of the older ones.
Depends on what model you got.
Yeah, if
Hey,
it was blue and gray, it would have been one of the originals, one of the first like 5 years.
What's up, Ed, the old tech guy? Ed's knocking on the door, he did.
Oh boy, someone done got his horn blowing. But Randy, I was going to say,
Hi,
I
Ed.
got one over here that was given to me. I've got to put a cord and everything on it, but it's yellow and black. And then I've got
Hey,
another one around here that's red. So
That's the pot of beef stew she's making.
Hey, what? Shot vac's pretty good though. I probably wouldn't buy any other brand.
Craftsman had a good one. Long time ago.
Somebody that had a Craftsman. You turned that sucker on. You could even when you were outside, you couldn't hear yourself. It was so loud.
Means it was powerful. But years ago, Craftsman had a good shop there.
Missy and Boo will kill me on this, but my mom and grandma had a rainbow vacuum.
Oh, I know what a rainbow vac is.
And
Expensive
after my
too.
parents, oh yeah, and it
I
was
had one.
the like 4-foot ball. Okay. And the way the house was set up is you could go from the front to the kitchen to the back porch, and then there was a door. After my parents divorced, my grandmother needed some repairs around there, and my dad still liked my grandma. She was a good
Anyway,
mother-in-law. So
rainbow.
he came over to fix stuff up. He didn't know about the rainbow vacuum.
Ooh.
He came. Well, he'd only ever dealt with Kirby and a broom and dustpan. He'd never had a rainbow at the house. He came close to breaking it.
Oh.
Wait, you didn't put any water in it?
No, he had it sitting just on the back step, which was literally just one, like a couple of bricks right there. And he was cleaning up as he was sawing. He had sawdust through it, and he almost broke it. Oh, my grandma let him have it.
I tell you, I grew up
Hey, William.
with rainbows.
Yeah, rigid shop vacs are good too.
I tell you, rainbows are one of the best when it comes to a vacuum cleaner. Because the only filter they've got is the water you put in them. And like one guy said, wet dirt don't fly.
Shark made them for a while too, I think. Shark?
No,
it would have been Rainbow made Shark. Because Rainbow is older than Rainbow is older than both those two guys over there.
Right. And I've actually got a couple of the rainbows here right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Matter of fact, I don't know if I still got one of the chrome domes or not. I might.
No, I bet you nobody probably can remember these ones. You ever see the rug scrubbers that are shot back too?
The what?
It looks like it's a carpet scrubber, but it looks like a shop vac.
Yeah.
It's a wet dry vac, and you can make it a scrubber too, a carpet shampooer too.
Yeah.
Yep. Kirby is a great brand, but Rainbow had them beat hand down.
Oh yeah.
Because Kirby modeled off Rainbow.
You could actually take a Rainbow and not even have a hose hooked up to it. You can sit there and turn it on, and it would literally clean the air in your room.
I'll be darned. That would be neat. I'd run it probably all day to clean the air.
Now
we have a Kirby, but we have wooden floors in the house until we, put more wood on top and then the bamboo that I'm going to put.
I'm going to mute myself real quick.
We don't need a vacuum.
I'll be right back.
All we need is a broom and a mop.
Yep.
Well, I tell you, the one thing I do like about with the Rainbow is that it's also something where, like wintertime, it was perfect if you had a cold or something like that.
And a humidifier.
Not only is it a humidifier, but you could take a little capful of the Vicks Vapo Steam, just a capful, put it in the tank, turn it on, and the whole room would have that smell.
Mm-hmm.
It would get that
instead of having to sit there and just coat from here to here. Oh, I hated that the next morning.
Right, because with the Rainbow, you could actually put it in there. It would not only humidify the air, but it would get that vapor out into the air also. So it would do the whole room. I mean, as far as, now the only drawback to a Rainbow was the price on it. They were not cheap vacuum cleaners. We're talking.
Yeah, Kirby's not cheap by far, and Rainbow's not cheap by far.
Right. Well, that was the thing. Kirby and Rainbow were your two top as far as vacuum cleaners, as far as quality and everything.
And you paid for it.
You were saying like about putting Vicks Vapo in it. You know what? My neighbor actually did something similar. We had given him a humidifier. It was one of the ones that had the impeller that sucked the water up through and put it out to the side of it, and then it sought the white mist. She actually used it, but put essential oils in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could do the
Not
same
just
thing.
as a humidifier.
Yeah,
This
you
will
can
do
probably-
essential oils to kill
Well, see,
cigarette smoke odors.
yeah. Ed, check your
Wow.
email. Sent you the link.
I don't know about that.
Me either. As far as on what?
Well, Anthony put his local news said that the United States, only has 25 days of diesel fuel left in supply.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
No.
I kind of
Yeah,
doubt that too.
that's a hoax. Probably. I
Yeah.
don't believe that.
Well, if that is true, give them 48 hours and they'll have 15 times that amount.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
all of our reserves that they can turn around and split that and still have enough. And if they ever tap the Anadarko oil and start using that, bye.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
need air OPEC
Oh, no.
oil.
hey,
I mean,
you know how many wells are on land in Louisiana and off the coast of Louisiana? You know how many thousands of wells? All they got to do is open the valves and start flowing the oil. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why not do that instead of go into our reserves? And you know where the reserves are, huh? Most of them, 75 to 80% of the oil reserves. Do y'all know where it's located?
Probably
It's
here.
underground. It's
Oh, yeah.
underground in salt mines in South Louisiana.
Well, Cajun, hey, what about that pipeline that they shut off? That big one. They could turn that thing back on.
Well, they were building it. They
Oh.
they
Yeah, they
halted
stopped in the middle.
construction. They halted construction on us. What they did, and all that stuff, all that equipment, all the materials out there, sitting on the ground,
Mhm.
collecting rainwater and dust.
Yeah, literally. I know people that were working on it, and he got told, "Well, you're done. Go home."
Yeah, that's
And
right.
he's got a wife, 4 kids, and a 160-acre mortgage with a house on it.
Damn.
But
Yeah, that's right, Raisin. The Keystone Pipeline is not complete yet.
I thought it was. All right, my mistake. I thought
It wouldn't take them long though if they put them back to work. I mean, they were running. I think they were running 24/7. I think.
If they weren't, they were running 20-hour shift, 20 hours. They were running almost 24/7. They may have had one day off, but they were doing. They had at least, I think they had 20 hours a day that they were working. But I mean, they could literally 6 months to a year, they would have that totally and completely fixed.
And we wouldn't need. I mean, hell, we weren't dependent on
Mhm.
totally dependent on foreign oil.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago.
If it took 6 months, time would be going back to the start and retrofitting and making sure everything was up to code.
Yeah. Now
Yep,
one
that's
thing.
it.
Okay. Now one thing I want to talk about is I'm seeing Anthony here in the chat and everything, and I want to put it like this. I was telling Crystal, I watched a video the other day. It's about these two guys. They're over in Colorado, and they wanted to see what had the better rain.
That's right.
Okay, they took a
No, it's in the
Hummer.
pantry.
Hang on a minute.
Oh,
You got it.
Yeah, but they took a Hummer that was an EV. Okay, then they
Layla.
they wound up taking a Dodge Ram 2500, had the diesel in it. Okay, so they wound up hooking up both of them to identical trailers. I mean, we're talking both of these were totally identical, weight, everything, manufacturer, same thing. But they had the Hummer fully charged, and they had the diesel fully full of diesel. Okay, they had the Ram full of diesel. That Dodge went further than that Hummer could go one way. And it's like, really, the towing distance of an EV is nothing compared to, as they say, a fossil fuel vehicle, either a gas or diesel. And on top of that, another thing they were saying is, okay, that Dodge Ram would be about $62,000. That Hummer was like almost $120,000. So we're talking double the price for an EV, and you can't even go double the distance. I mean, you can't even go the same distance as the diesel truck.
That's how it was. Like when my mom had her Cherokee in 2016, she had one. It had the V6 in it.
Right.
She got like 20 miles to the gallon in it, and traded it off in 2019 for the one with the turbo 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. She got 30 in it, mileage wise.
Yeah.
If
but
you're
what-
in town, well, the 4-cylinder works wonders.
Yeah,
If you're
but-
going long distances, you want 6 or 8. But if you're going to start camping with an RV and stuff, you want reliable. An electric is not reliable.
Yeah, definitely
Right.
not.
And the worst part about it is you've got to have the app telling you where your charging stations are at. Okay. Not every single town along a highway is going to have a spot where you can pull off and charge. But at every single pull off, or I should say almost every single pull off, you're going to find a gas station.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. I mean, you're going to have truck stops. I mean, Crystal, when you and I went to DOH, how many different gas stations were there up and down I-45 where we could have pulled off and either got gas or diesel? And how far in between were they?
Huh, not
There's
very
about a
far.
five-
It's
There's
like
about
I
a
live
5-mile
I live-
stretch between them.
It's like
Hi,
I live in
Shaggy.
Washington, PA. There ain't none of them around Washington, PA. None of them.
Hey, Shaggy, long time
That's
no
it.
see.
Yeah, what's up, Shaggy?
Where you're at is considered rural or country. Your nearest gas station is probably 10 to 15 miles from where your
No,
house.
Actually, there's one. I got one 5 minutes from here.
Okay, so you got 5 miles from there, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Normally in your neighborhood, when you get neighborhoods like that, 5 to 10 miles, there is a gas station. Now, where we're at, we've got what, 8 in town?
We got more than that.
We've got literally, I go to Walmart. There's the Murphy's right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Exxon on the other side of Walmart. There's 2 gas stations before I even get over the railroad tracks.
It's like if I leave my trailer court and make a left at the bottom, I got a gas station 10 miles to the left, and then if I go to the right from the trailer court, I got a gas station less than 3 miles.
Oh boy, we got a lot of them
So
down
I'm
here
kind of in the
in
middle.
this town.
Yeah.
We got a huge one, Guillory Oil, that opened up. The way their pumps and all that are set up, and they have non-ethanol. They do have one pump that says ethanol. You know, if you want ethanol, because some people want the ethanol because they have the car that burns the ethanol. You know,
Speaking of gas, I wanted to ask you
flex
guys
fuel
something.
for that car.
Nader,
But we got that one, and they can
Gas
put a
wise.
huge tractor. I'm talking
Can you
about your
run-
big versatile tractors. You can put that under that shed, that canopy they got, and pump diesel with a diesel hose this big around. Non-tax diesel. And it's like 75 cents cheaper for that diesel than for the road diesel. 75
It's like-
cents cheaper.
I wanted to
All right,
ask you guys something.
All right.
Can you run premium gas in a lawnmower engine? Like the high grade?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
sure it would hurt a lot.
93? Yeah, you can.
Because
Yeah.
that's what my mom's got to buy for her car because of that turbo. So I didn't know if that's when she got the last time she filled it up or not.
Yeah, if it's when
I
you
would-
run it, it's not going to soak.
You can run it. You can run the premium in a lawnmower,
Weapon,
but
man.
it's not
Oh,
highly recommended because small engines like that are really built for your regular unleaded.
Right.
But I mean, no, it's not going to do harm. Running say 1 or 2 tanks through there, it might actually help because it's going to
Clean it out.
detergents, everything in the higher, the super. But like I said, a lot of your small engines now, some actually do state on them run regular unleaded only.
Get
it's got the thing. It says no E85. It has that on sticker on it.
Yeah, no. E85 is completely different from.
Oh yeah.
Because the 87, 89, and 91. That is E85 is completely different. It is 85% ethanol.
Yep. And only 15%.
That's where it gets it. Ethanol, 85%.
No.
Well,
no, 15% ethanol.
15.
It's called E85 because it's 15% ethanol and 85% gas.
No.
Okay, I thought it was the other way around.
No, E85 is 85% ethanol, 15% gasoline.
Yeah,
Never heard of that.
Well, because what we run right now is 90-10 or 90 or 84.
E10.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you go up to any gas pump, it's going to say E10. Okay, that means it's 90% gasoline, 10% ethanol.
That's the way it is here. The one by me, it's got 10% ethanol in it.
Right, but E85 is the opposite. It's 85% alcohol and 15% gasoline.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I never heard of that.
That's what it is. That's what E85 is. It's 85% alcohol.
Then that would make sense why it would do damage to a small engine.
Yep.
The alcohol content.
Yeah, it's the alcohol.
You'd rush the tanks out.
Yep. But yeah, as far as like I said, as far as running super.
Okay. Hold up. E85 or flex fuel is a term that refers to high-level ethanol gasoline blends containing 51 to 83% ethanol, depending on the geography and season.
Yeah, I did not know that. I just read that. I just looked it up. I did not know that.
That's what I was doing.
I always thought the E85 was 15% ethanol.
Nope.
Hey, Mike.
Okay. Well, no wonder they tell you not to run E85 in certain vehicles.
Yep.
Yeah, unless your car comes out of the factory with that nice little tag that says flex fuel.
Right.
Yeah. Now, what you are running is
y'all taught me something. Y'all learned me something.
In your mom's car, in his trike, it is
I read that already,
E10. That is a 10% ethanol.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter
I know that already.
86, 89, or 91. The only difference between 87, 89, and 91 is how many times they filter it.
No, it's the octane.
It's the levels of octane.
The octane levels and the filtering in it, because when they filter it, they add more octane.
Well, it's the additives that they put in there to like the different detergents and stuff like that. I mean, there's different additives they do put in super unleaded compared to regular unleaded, but it's more the octane rating and it's the stuff they put into it to get that higher octane.
It's like my pap went to the gas station one time. He caught a lady in front of him putting diesel in her car. Caught her real quick.
Woo!
Oh, everybody!
Thank God he caught her. She didn't put much in. She only put about $1 worth of it in, so it didn't do nothing to her car.
Usually, you can't put a diesel nozzle in a gas because the hole's too small at the neck.
I think it was one of them capless deals. That's probably why it fit.
Well, the diesel pump is always going to be the nozzle on a diesel is always going to be bigger than a gas one, and you cannot. They do that on purpose. That way, you can't put
diesel, right?
Right, you can't put the pump and everything into that. Now you can put a gas pump into a diesel. Now that will screw that engine up.
You don't want to do that.
Tommy, as far as I know, E85 at one time was cheaper But then I seen it to where E85 was actually more expensive than regular unleaded. But now,
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw E85 was actually probably about maybe 20 cents cheaper a gallon,
Hmm.
and that's about it.
There's I don't know if y'all have seen this before, but I have many times since
Oh, that Tesla.
worked on lawnmower caps, on the gas caps. It'll have E85 with a
With a
little
little
symbol
circle
of
on
a gas pump, E85 with a circle, and like
the slash.
Ghostbusters with the slash on it. No E85 in this Briggs and Stratton. That's what it's
Yep,
telling
that's what
you.
mine is.
Okay, go get a gas can, put a piece of duct tape on it, put regular gas for lawnmower. Put that on there, and whenever you need to fill it up, you go get the cheap stuff, and then your mom can wait a minute, can switch grades.
Yep.
She can pay like $5-6 for the gas can, and then pay for the other and switch grades.
That'll just get you a metal can of Coleman fuel, the gas fuel. Find you one of them metal cans like that and use that a gallon at a time for your lawnmower. But try to get non-ethanol if you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we got that, like I was talking about, that one station, Guillory Hall, that opened up. It's huge. Huge. It ain't huge like a Buc-ee's, but the distributor, the gas distributor here in town, one of the biggest jobbers around that deliver fuel to stores, opened this retail place up. And that's all they got. Non-ethanol.
Read that one, Cajun.
By Renegade?
No, my God. I got
We
highlighted.
had a younger woman trying to get her oil change in her Telsa.
Oh, boy. Hey, Mike Hodge, thank you for that comment.
I had 2 girls try and use the gas pump as a vending machine. They were trying to put the $20 bill in where you got your receipt from.
Oh,
wait, what now? Wait, I missed it. What?
This is way back. I was working at a gas station, didn't have kids. Okay, so that tells you how long ago it's been. 3 girls, set of twin 16-year-olds and a 17-year-old girl. Pull up. They have a $20 bill they want to use to put gas in there. And new paper tagged Audi SUV. Still had the paper tag on it. Okay. Trying to put the $20 bill in where you get the receipt from your credit card.
They thought it was like a Coke machine.
They came in.
I've seen some crazy videos out on YouTube, and it showed this one was lady pulls up to the gas pump. She gets out of the car, goes over, gets it, and goes to the passenger side and tries to fill the car up. And then I've also seen another one where she gets the gas pump, the handle and everything from that side to come around over and try and fill hers up, and it's not pumping.
Well, I've seen videos on YouTube where the stupid people left the goddamn pump in the pump of the car, pulled out of the parking lot, took the gas pump with them.
Yep, I've seen those too.
Yep, that's what I've had that happen, and I've gone out there. I had a little step stool because the guy brought it back. Okay, click.
The woman with the Tesla must have been blonde-headed.
The Tesla girl was blonde-headed, Johnny said. Must have been blonde-headed.
Hey, he resembles that remark.
He resembles it? Oh, okay.
I know.
Yeah, he was born blonde-headed.
Yeah, I was. I'm
Me too. I was born blonde-headed. Ash blonde, kind of dirty blonde.
My brother was white blonde, and I was almost the same shade. Yeah, but white blonde hair, brown eyes.
But that those are some of the videos I see out there on YouTube.
Mhm.
It's like, what are these people smoking?
Yeah, and
It's
there's this
really,
one channel called there's this one
And
channel on
I think
YouTube.
so.
It's called
They
"Is
must
it a good
be.
idea to microwave this?" Is the name of the channel. I'm
yeah.
like, what the heck are these people smoking?
Oh, that's nothing. Every day I'll be there's about 3 different channels out there, and they show stupid people driving, and I'll show Crystal. It's like I'll bring the video up, and we'll be watching on a laptop, and it's like, how can these people get a driver's license?
Remember that semi coming home from church yesterday?
Yeah, yeah, we were going home from church and everything yesterday. We had a big rig right in the middle lane. A car going down the right hand side of them. He starts moving over, and they were forced over on the shoulder. Yeah.
Like Google what? Go through my channel, man, and look for the video that says "driving from Washington, PA to Grove City, PA," and watch 10 minutes in. You'll get a laugh.
Oh man.
Car pulls out right in front of us, and my mother drops the F-bomb right while I'm filming.
Oops.
And then she catches it and she says, "Oops, sorry, you're taping." That we both carried on in the car.
Life interrupt us, man.
And I turned it down.
And I got a yellow mark on the video in the description because of that.
Yeah, you on there excuse the cursing.
It was either that or the music playing was causing it. I don't know.
Hey, Randy, have you ever seen the videos for Mechanic Nightmares or Just Rolled In? Either one of those? You have got to watch those, because it's like, oh my God, the way some of these people are. I saw one, they showed the car sitting outside just smoking because a customer overfilled the oil
His team lost yesterday
by 10 quarts.
I don't know if you have ever heard of this channel, Raymond Ray's Repairs. It's a automotive guy too. He works at worked at a car dealership.
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, William, I grew up with those cars. I literally went over to a girlfriend of mine's house. Her mother had just bought the car, and she's like, I've only got a quarter tank of gas.
Speaking of the oil thing, my mom had a 2012 Subaru one time, made her.
I said, go paint it up.
And they had a recall on it.
Hang on, Randy.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Crystal.
When I reached and moved the plate and started undoing it, her daughter was like, what? When Mama came out, she said, huh? I said, you don't know this? She goes, no. Yep. Okay, this is your gas tank. I said, this is where you fill it up at. It runs up under the car, and there's a big under there. Don't hit bumps. She goes, okay. She said, what'll happen if you hit bumps? I said, spark, go boom. She goes, yep, nope, we ain't doing that.
Should have told her,
nope.
Hey, it'll be like a Ford Pinto. It go boom.
I'll tell you what not to do. Don't loan 1970, an older car. Okay, I'm just hypothetical here. 72 Impala or whatever.
Don't buy your 16-year-old a Dodge Charger.
No, don't loan your older car like early 70s, late 60s, early 70s to a 20-year-old and tell him, don't forget to fill the gas tank up. He'll never find it.
Yep.
He'll walk around that car looking and looking and looking, and he'll never find it. He will not, unless you tell him, look behind the license plate. Flip the license plate down.
Hey, Cajun, I got one better than that. Pull up with a 55 to a 57 Chevy and tell them to fill it up. They won't think about looking behind the tail light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
There was quite a few cars that you moved the tail light.
You had to move the tail
You
light
swung
out
it outwards.
Right.
Outwards.
You actually pushed it inward towards the trunk, and it would open up, and then you'd be able to take the gas cap off.
I thought they swung outwards.
I thought they swung inward.
But I think they were both.
Both? Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
That's his thing, not mine.
Mike, I'd probably find it on a vet.
Oh,
I know that some of them, they actually had it up there by the rear window.
Exactly, William.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them on the rear fender on the top, on the flat part.
Well, now on the Corvette, the gas tank, it was actually right behind the rear window where you had the Corvette symbol. You had the little lid that you'd flip up.
Flip up, that's right.
Now, how about trying to pull it into a gas tank, Volkswagen Beetle, tell them to fill it up?
Huh?
Pulling in with a Volkswagen Beetle.
The old bug.
Yeah, the old Volkswagen Bug. You have to literally open up the front to get to the gas tank.
I think so, yeah. I've never owned a Beetle. Bug, but...
Right. Well, yeah, look, now, what we would call normally the hood and everything was actually the trunk on the Bug. So you had to open up the trunk.
Yeah, because it was rear engine.
Right. But you had but you had to open up the trunk and everything to be able to get to the gas tank.
Yeah. What kind of car she got, William? A Miata? Mazda Miata? Those, the batteries in the trunk, too.
Some of them.
I'm gonna fix me some stew. I'll be back.
Yep. Oh, the Bug and actually had the battery up underneath the passenger seat in the back. In order to change the battery out, you had to pull the back seat.
Well, I'm hoping all those blessings come in handy with everything you had to do this week for him.
Yep.
Well, he wasn't. He's got a tumor in his jaw.
Yeah.
Mia is his black cat.
Yeah. But now the Chevy Corvair, that actually had the battery in the trunk also.
Now, speaking of cars, Mayor, you want to hear a good one real quick before I head off here?
What's that?
My mom had a 2012 Subaru Forester. Now, mind you, they had engine problems with that particular Euro car. You know, she ran that thing low on oil, and the oil light never came on.
Really?
She ran it low. She ran it low to the point where she started it up in the driveway, and you hear when it was running, and the oil light didn't come on.
Yep. Anthony,
she literally filled it back up with oil, got it to their dealership to have them look at it, and the engine blew in their freaking dealership lot.
Damn.
Once she got it there.
Yeah.
Thank God somebody followed her to get it.
Right. Now, Anthony, on the V-Rod, which I wish Harley had not stopped making, that was a damn good-looking bike. But what looks like a gas tank is actually the air box on it, because you literally have to take the seat and everything up just to get to the gas tank.
All right, guys, I'm going to head off for the night.
All right. You have fun. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. See you, Randy.
All right.
But, yeah, I mean, that's the weird thing about some of the cars is locations where they put stuff. Oh, boy.
Over rice.
I knew I should have shut this live stream down before it started. That way, Chris and I could have been on the road.
My first taste of eating meat.
Yeah, I get some money. I'm getting some more of these Frosties. I'm loving how
in 2 weeks.
I'm loving how this is working up.
Oh, this beef is so tender.
Yep.
Black Angus chuck roast. He
But
made it.
one thing I was going to say is that a lot of people don't realize is that on for their gauges and everything, it'll show the fuel gauge, and a lot of people don't realize that little arrow tells you which side of the car is where your gas cap is at.
Yep.
What the hell?
It better be good if he's over there hollering like that.
He was reaching too far for his napkin.
Randy, that's an old yeah. How about when the washer and everything was still in a bag? Reservoir was still a little plastic bag. I'll tell you how far that goes back. Or when you actually had the wiper motors up on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of the wipers doing this, they were. A lot of them do. They will actually have an indicator on there saying it's left or right.
Yeah.
Most of them do, but like I said, that's why a lot of people they'll pull up and go, "Well, damn, I can't fill it up because I'm over here and the thing's over there." Well, you pulled up on the wrong way.
There's this video. It's not very long. I don't know if it's a short, YouTube short or what, but it showed somebody pulling up to the gas pump, getting out of the car, looking for the gas cap, and it's on the other side. So they get in the car and they turn like that, make a U-turn to the other pump, and they get out and they look, and it's still on the other side. Well, they get back in the car and they do the same thing. They just making a U-ey instead of pulling up, backing up to the pump next over. And it was hilarious. Hilarious.
I've seen that one. Arnie, that I'm not sure on. The only thing I would say on something like that is contact the Chrysler dealership. They would know. The Chrysler dealership should know on that.
Look in your owner's manual.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, owner's manual. If you still have that, that might even tell you.
Yeah, have you found out if that's been a recall on that yet or not?
Yeah, hopefully he's got that taken care of.
I was using a friend of mine's truck one night. He had just got it out of the shop, and the light came on the dash that said gas cap. I thought it was a gas capacity, so I stopped at the station to put gas in it, and it had half a tank of gas, but half the gas cap was missing. So I stopped at the place and bought a gas cap and put on it, and the light went off. I never saw that before.
Yeah, it's pressurized. It's a pressurized cap.
Yep.
I've got a lady in my group that she has one. She was out of state, and her gas light was on. So she took it to AutoZone. Oh well, it's going to be this, and this. No, she went to O'Reilly's. It's this, and this. Well, boiled down to buy a new gas cap. She bought a new gas cap, but she said the light is still on because whatever it did, it tripped a fuse and it's not letting it untrip.
Tripped the sensor, and you gotta and you have to undo the negative post of the battery for a few minutes, and then put it back on, and the light should go off. But it has to be the negative post.
Okay, I'll tell her that. I'll see her Thursday. It's because with a vape, you're getting water vapor in. You're getting water vapor along with the liquid smoke in there, so it's hitting your lungs different.
Yep.
Because when you pull from that vape, it refills, kinda, from the air and the just out and around.
And the chemicals that are in the vapes too.
Yeah,
And-
those are different than what's in your cigarette.
Right. And the thing about it is, like, I was thinking about doing the vape. And then someone at the tobacco shop, before they wound up moving, he said, "Do you know what's the one main ingredient is inside of it?" I said, "I have no idea." He goes, "Ethanol glycol."
Hmm.
I said, "Do what?" He goes, "Yeah, basically the same ingredient inside of antifreeze for your car."
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would believe it.
And I wound up trying, like I said, I wound up trying one of them. Oh no. Yeah, I started coughing real bad. And it's like, I just barely, because I figure, okay, it's going to be like having a cigarette. Nope, nope, nope. And I think I took about 3, maybe 4 drags off of it. In the trash it went.
There you go.
See,
Like
I
how-
can get the electronic cigarettes. They don't bother me.
Yeah.
And people that they actually took one hit, and I'm like, I thought I needed to go to the hospital
Yeah.
because I swore I was lungs were trying to crawl out of my body. Cigarettes are no problem.
It's okay. I don't want the artificial. I'll stick to the natural tobacco.
Yeah. Start growing your own.
I could if I had a way, doing it. Matter of fact, the tobacco shop used to sell tobacco seeds.
And
Like
boy,
that.
them things are tiny, tiny, tiny,
Oh
tiny. I mean, microscopic almost, man. And I think tobacco seeds, if it's not D1, it's in one of the top 3 of the smallest seed in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's way smaller than a mustard seed. Way
Yep.
smaller.
Well, I don't know what it is, Shaggy, but the way he was putting it was, I mean, it could have been the
Ethylene
propylene,
glycol. Yep.
but still, no. I'm still saying no on that.
Anyway, the glycol in it is what's messing with you.
Yeah.
No, William, you're not making me cough. I had strep last week, which is why I didn't go live on Tuesday. I've been trying to do. And yeah, no. Could not even.
But
Yeah, that's fine. Get Layla up there.
like I said, for me, it's like, nope. Hey, Bryn Michelle.
Michelle?
Hey, Brent.
I've heard of that. Yeah, Bren, I am gonna try and go live at 4:00 my time, 4 in the afternoon my time tomorrow. So
But like I said, for me, like I said, I tried using one of those vapes. Nope, nope, and nope.
Oh, call my pharmacy medical supply place today
Yeah,
to find out what kind of measurements they needed. Well, I knew what to wear. I can't put my jeans on. They won't button up my Wranglers. They
Right.
won't button up. The only thing that can fit me is my overall. You know, my Liberty, like Raging Cajun got. Raging's got a pair. I've got a pair.
bib overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farmer Brown style. And
Or sweatpants,
so
I guess.
they can't. And what?
Sweatpants, maybe, because they don't have a waist on them, really. They're loose
Sweatpants for what?
to wear out and about.
Oh, like to the thing. Yeah.
Instead of jeans.
No,
yeah.
I was gonna wear my pajama pants. They almost look like dress jeans. You know, old style dress jeans. So anyway, I got to. She said, "What does your prescription say?" I said, "Oh, let me get it." And I couldn't read, so I put my visors on, and I said, firm. It says firm, and then it says thigh high, because they got different ones. They got some compression stockings that are look like pantyhose, you know,
Yep.
that go up to your waist, you know, fit you just like pantyhose. So, so
And they
anyway,
have
she started telling me this. She said, "Well, it's gonna be." She thought I was calling for a price. I wasn't. I was just wondering about how they was gonna measure it, so I wear accordingly. And she said it'll be $55 and then plus and all this. I'm like, oh, never mind. I says, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Excuse the call. I said, I ain't got that kind of money. And she said, okay, well, we have everything here in stock. And I said, well, my insurance will cover that. She says, nope, insurance don't cover these. I'm
Nope.
like, wow.
Some
Missy's
insurance
did.
will.
Missy's did.
Yeah. So you need to look to Missy's insurance for you. Because whatever she's got that covered it may be what you need.
Yep.
I don't feel like getting another policy.
Oh, I said look into it. I didn't say you had to take it.
No, I know.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I understand that.
No, my insurance covers a lot.
Yeah.
I don't care about them stockings. I'll just call my cardiologist and tell him that no, and that they'll find a place for me to get some.
Oh, yeah. You can get them off Amazon for like $20-$25.
Yeah, I can get them at. Well, Johnny said they got them at Walmart too. I guess in the pharmacy section.
Yeah, because I've got a wrist wrap that I got from I got it from Dollar General, but they have them at Walmart too, and I use it on my crochet.
Oh,
Yeah, you've seen me when I've had black around my wrist.
I think so. Yeah.
I see the copper one that advertised.
No, mine is just a pressure cuff because it comes from the thumb, and you either bring it around the back or around the front and wrap it around, and it takes the muscles and compresses them so that I'm sitting here, even though I'm sitting here moving and everything, I've got full range of movement, but it helps my muscles and tendons keep in an alignment.
Yep. It's just like if you sprain like a wrist or the ankle, that's all it is. It's doing the same thing.
Yeah, them copper bracelets. They advertise that for arthritis. My uncle, back when I was a kid, 5, 6 years old, he used to wear those copper. They would link, like
Copper
thick,
bracelet.
yeah, but with the thick links, real close to each other. And he would wear that for arthritis, and they still swear by that copper bracelets.
Right.
No
Yeah,
matter
that's
no matter if they like a wide, by that wide,
Yeah.
And they kind of stretch, and then they come
the
back.
the bangle style.
Yeah, and yeah.
And they have
How did this get
compression
here?
gloves.
Johnny, do you put this right here? Huh?
Well, remember
Did you
that
put this right here?
that little gator
No.
I wanted to find
Wonder how
down
the
there?
hell it got on my plate.
It had supposed to have the copper
It's my
and
buddy's phone number.
everything better. And
But yeah, they have
I couldn't stand the smell of it. Even after it was
compression gloves that go from here down to, or depending, you can get them higher, lower, longer, shorter, whatever. And they're the copper fit, and they have little copper all through them.
Mm-hmm.
See, Shaggy, I don't know a lot about vapes, but what I do know is it does take time for them to, once you take a hit, only take in so much before you need to stop. Otherwise, you're going to be hurting bad because there's not enough in there per per draw. Only so much you get per draw. That I do know, but I never looked into vapes because that one, oh, good bliss. That I said I'm done. And what's bad though is everybody around me knew I could smoke cigarettes, no problem. I could use the e-cigarettes, no problem. They were wondering if I was going to live. At least coffee.
Well, that way he can smell like a cop. Yeah, it goes. That has. I was gonna say that reminded me of that joke from Cheech and Chong. Man, I can smell a couple mile away, man. It smells like coffee and donuts.
Yeah. I know we got chicken for tomorrow night. I figure out exactly what I'm cooking.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get done with live stream tonight, we've got to clean out the ice box.
Yeah. Yeah, Missy, that's one thing we need to do. Still working on it. So I got to work on all that.
Oh yeah. It'll be a while.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree on that. And for me, nope, I'm not going to go back to trying to vape.
I don't know, William, but I'm not spending no $100 on them.
Yeah, because they can charge you per sock.
Yep.
Not per pair, per sock. But
yeah, because they do have, like Missy, when she got hers, it was a pair. It was designated as a pair on the package. Because sometimes you only need one leg to put them on,
Yeah, I've got a guy that knew my dad. He has a compressor for his left leg because he's missing the right leg from the knee down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, he's been getting used to that. Oof. He's been dealing with a lot of other issues and stuff. And he was finally at the point that they were able to go to there's a Halloween thing by my hometown. Either that or they were finally able to get out. I didn't think of that, Shaggy. Under Armour.
Yep. That would be another place, yep.
But
Walmart might even have it in their sporting goods area.
Well, the thing about the compression socks from the sporting goods, you said you need them thigh high, right, Boo?
Uh-huh.
Most of those are going to be knee high.
Yep.
They're going to be like baseball or football where you have the pants that tuck into them. Yep. Not saying they won't, but it is still worth checking into. But just don't be surprised.
But this is a prescription, so I
I
don't think it's going to be any old compression stocks because there's because there's different compressions. Mine's firm.
Hey,
they got all kind of stuff on there that's checked off.
Yeah, and I'll be when you get yours and you get them from the doctor, you're going to have a zipper on yours. Of how long they are, you're going to have a zipper.
More likely, Johnny told me the same thing.
Yeah, and I mean, and that'll be easy because you can just reach down, zip them up mid calf, grab the zipper, pull up a little bit, grab it, pull up, or you can just have Missy. What I did this with my dad is I put my hand down behind the zipper and I folded my fingers like that. And the zipper was laying here. And I brought my finger up and brought the zipper up.
Yeah, it have to be a heavy duty zipper.
Yeah, they are.
Those things are
They're
tight,
good.
tight, and oh,
Oh yeah. Arnie is saying his compression was a 2030.
I think that's what mine is.
William, that is beyond nice, but honey, it's that's a prescription. His will help find stuff.
You gotta take a compression check before you get you some compression something.
Yeah.
Yeah. His doctor is going to help him.
Yeah.
Sure,
2030.
I know there are
2030.
programs out there that will help you with it. I mean, you won't have to pay all of it.
Yep. There you go.
Walmart.
Yeah, I'm saying that I'm telling him to check him out, but not to be disappointed if all that is the knee-high compressions
Yep.
because of it being sports.
Yeah. It's about an hour and a half to the nearest academy for me.
Damn. Not quite that far for us.
Yeah, the Hibbets by Walmart.
I know.
They might. Okay, sweetheart, I'm definitely loving this.
Are you?
Academy is on Johnson Street, I believe.
Ambassador Catherine.
Or Ambassador Catherine. You're right.
Hey,
Here you go,
Anthony, I brought you up. Now, don't bring any of those weird California thoughts like everybody else wants to have.
What do you mean? I like gasoline.
Oh, beautiful.
How's it all going, man? How you doing, Boo?
Pretty good.
What's up, Anthony?
Pop in for a little bit with you guys.
Yep.
Got nothing to watch until Friday.
So,
why not?
any other wild and crazy things going on out there in the shake and bake state?
Hey, William.
Let me think here. I haven't watched too much news lately. Let me think here. Well, the only thing I just saw this was the gasoline thing. I saw that when I got home at 5 this afternoon. Was the apparent lack of diesel fuel for 25 days. I'm like, really?
I don't believe that.
Unless it's just California.
Now, it could be California, and I mean, you never know with them out there.
What's going on?
I mean, now, did you see that video like I was talking about earlier about those two guys out there in Colorado? How they're doing the comparison between the EVs and gas or diesel powered trucks?
I have not actually.
Oh my God, they
I'll
are
have to
doing
look
the
this up
comparison.
then.
They've actually done it not only with the Ford Lightning, but they did it with the Hummer. And I mean, they get electric vehicle and everything, and they get equal weight and size camping trailers. Right?
They literally go get two brand new ones off the lot.
The plane.
Right. I tattoo.
He's too tall.
Well, I don't know. How tall was Mr. Rourke compared to Anthony?
I'm short. I'm only 5'6".
Okay.
Okay, so you're an inch shorter than my daughter.
I'm short.
Now, so I could be.
But
Hey, Chris could always be Mr. Rourke, and he can be Tattoo.
But Tattoo was
Yeah, he was.
he was a true mid.
Yeah, but
He was a true little person.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, Anthony, is that these guys, I think they left. They're somewhere around Boulder. Okay.
Okay. So they're high, so you already got elevation against you.
Right. Okay. So I forget where it was they were wanting to go and everything. So they had the last one I saw. They had the Hummer fully charged. And they had the Dodge Ram with the diesel and everything. I think it was the 6.4 Cummins.
Okay.
Or whatever the bigger one is. I know it's not the 5.9. I know it's bigger. Okay. But they had that one fully fueled up.
Oh. Hold up. Brenda Michelle is saying that she just Googled it and it's true.
Huh. I saw that.
So
Trutho was in Colorado. Is that what the channel chef Shade Tree's talking about called TFL?
I don't know. It might be. But A1, Miss Carol.
6.4 PSD, Miss Carol.
But anyways, the Hummer said they could get like over 300 miles. Okay.
Okay. Gasoline, right?
No, that's the EV.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He barely got 125 miles.
So someone's running.
Pulling a 6,100 pound trailer.
See, what you just said, Mater, is what I've always been trying to get people to understand. So the concept of an electric truck, okay, I look at a truck as a tool, not a vehicle.
Right.
And I tried to get people to understand this, and most people don't listen to me on this because they think I'm stupid. A truck is meant to haul, load, be abused. And I wanted to see, and this seems like this is in the same wheelhouse of what I'm thinking here. Empty load and empty load. Yes, you can get very close to it. But once you start applying load and tow weight and all that stuff, it's different. The gas-powered vehicles are winning because the more weight and the more towing you need to do, you're stressing that battery system. And what happens when you stress a battery system? It gets hot.
Yep. And
that's what I said from the very beginning. It's not feasible for the fact you got to try to sell this to all the guys who drive the dualies and the ranch trucks and the bigger trucks. They're not going to buy that crap.
All right. Well, Shade Tree, he's 128.2 miles, only 8% battery left. And he actually had to turn around and go back to a Walmart. And that was, and I forget how far, I think it was like 25 miles away. But he literally had to turn around and go back and everything just to be able to recharge, because if he kept trying to go to the destination, he would never have made it. But the diesel truck turned around and went back to where they started from and then refilled. Now, the one thing they were saying, he said on the video that it didn't cost him anything to recharge it, okay? Now, that was false in a way if you actually look at it, because it was saying that there was not a processing fee. There was the fee and everything as far as to actually do it was free, but to actually charge it actually cost money. Okay? But yeah, it cost them, I think, about $125, $130 in diesel. Okay? But then on the other hand, they were saying that diesel trucks that they were running cost about $62,000 to $65,000. Whereas that Hummer is almost, I think he said it was like $115,000. So the Hummer is almost double the amount price-wise, but it doesn't get the towing capacity and distance like diesel.
Yeah, I know last year during the Super Bowl there was the big ad for the Chevy electric truck. Now I'm pretty involved in the EV industry, as it's primarily some of what I do mostly. Like I have my hand in that industry heavily, where I can't actually say who I work with, so I know what's going on behind the scenes with the companies. Like, and I'm talking like every company you can think of. That includes Harley Davidson, and that was a bust.
Yep,
so it was such a bust that they sold off, and they're not even associated with it.
Yep.
It's its own entity now. The Livewire is not a Harley Davidson product. It started as one.
Right. Now, they've only had that for...
They messed up by pricing it so poorly, it was insulting.
Now, they only did that for what?
$35,000 for 110 miles maximum range.
Right. But they only had it for, what, 1 or 2 years?
A year and a half, I'd say.
Yeah. And it, I mean,
there's another local company called Zero. Their bikes somehow get 260, I believe, if I remember correctly on the spreadsheet I read. Damn. And that's a company we do business with. They're based out of the Bay Area also.
Yep.
And their bikes are going better, and they're cheaper.
Okay,
I mean,
I gotta be like Cajun. Go lean off the dock.
I give up. I give up.
What are you giving up on?
The way he acts some days, I just give up.
It's
I
Monday.
put up with.
It's Monday.
I know, but I've been dealing for roughly 3 months of him being home.
What a week. I'm already tired, and it's only Monday going into Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all I know is I did my end of things like I said I was going to do on Monday at work. We were
Good.
supposed to have a massive meeting, and everyone shut their mouth. I said my part. No one else did.
Ooh.
You know,
I spoke up. I said what I said. I was going to speak up for the morning shift technicians, all 4 of them, myself included, about what happened when our main boss was gone because of what happened. Nothing happened, but I brought it to my boss's attention. I'm like, this was a 45-minute conversation I had privately. I'm like, I backed them up exactly like I said. I'm like, you guys need to go and say your piece independently now. I'm not your dad.
Yep.
Because they're intimidated by having a conversation. It's only going to get better if we all talk about it. The situations that are going on.
If you don't open your mouth, it just goes all downhill because you can't stop something by silence.
Oh, it was a fun Monday for me. It was great. My boss was like, you're saying you don't care, but yet you do. I'm like, yeah, because I don't need this problem to start again because it took us 1.5 years to rectify the shop politics and get things back in line. And they're going the wrong direction yet again. I don't want to do this over and over and over again.
Yep.
And
Now,
it's just simple stuff.
Hey,
Ego trips and titles.
Briggs.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, you know, talking about the
Hey, Briggs.
vehicles and everything.
Hey, Steph.
Now, to me, you know, if you're going to get like an EV,
No. Oh yeah. It's only 6:30 here. I got another hour of sunlight here.
Now, the good thing about them is, yeah, you've got that power from get-go and everything. And yeah, they are, as they say, they're not as pollutant. But here's the thing: they are good for around town, short distance. We're talking, you know, 100 miles or less. Now, say, like for me, if I worked up in Dallas, okay? So basically for me, you know, depending upon what area, I get have the car charged up, drive to work, come back, and I still have plenty of power, okay? But plug it back in. But if it was further than that, then I'd be, you know, kind of pushing as far as the distance, especially like with that live wire. Now, the one thing I don't like about the live wire is the fact is, where in the hell is a Harley sound at?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna buy a Harley, I don't care which version. Guys are gonna want that rumble sound.
Yeah, you want your potatoes.
And the girls want the rumble too.
Right.
Trust me, we want the rumble.
Right. Now,
that's the one thing I don't like about my 2018 Mater is the stock exhaust. The bike is very well built. The Milwaukee 8 is a fantastic, simple, easy motor to work with. I haven't torn it down. It has the power. It's very responsive. It does everything it's supposed to do. It just doesn't have the old Harley sound. My 2006 883 Ironhead, the 883R I had, the 06 one, is a little Sportster.
Right.
It had more of a thumpy Harley sound than this does. And this is a big bike comparatively.
Now, I tell you, to me, I've always heard there's always been 2 bikes that Harley's ever had, and we're talking within the last 20 years, that they ever made that did not have that nice Harley rumble. One was a V-Rod. Because it had
that was a big stretched out bike.
Right. I mean, I love the look of it.
It was cool. There's a victory version of it out there too.
Right. But the thing about it was liquid cooled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the other one is the little one that didn't have a long lifespan. The street series.
Right. And
They had the baby version of the V-Ride motor.
Right. It was basically.
I actually like those bikes. Those are cool.
Now, I told Crystal, so if I ever got a chance, I would want to get my hands on the Street 750.
I'd buy the Street 750. There was two versions of the 750.
You had the Street
the
Rod.
more beefed up one.
Right. You had the Street Rod 750. Then you had the Street 750. Now, the biggest difference is between the two, they both basically had the same engine.
Mm-hmm.
They just beefed up the engine a little bit more. They had the different air cleaner and everything on it. The suspension was different. The front forks were inverted. You had dual calipers on the front. You had the different kind of shocks and everything in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
They moved
more of a I think the rear was more of a floating tail end.
Well, it wasn't floating, but they had the shocks where it had the oil reservoir on the outside.
Yeah, you could.
Right.
They weren't the compressions, the traditional ones
they
where they were the canister strut.
Right. They weren't the regular kind of coilover. It was more the racing style where it had the little bottle and everything that would have the reserve. Okay. But they also moved the mirrors from the handlebars, on top of the handlebars, to the outer edge. That was one thing I kind of liked. But the thing about it is, with them moving,
I didn't know Antonio. I didn't know Antonio rode bikes.
Huh.
I didn't know that. He said he has a V-Rod.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he rides.
Yep.
That's interesting. Electric Glide, big boy bike. It has the double shifter. I still can't figure out.
Oh, he put electric glides in plural, so that means more than one.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, the only thing I didn't like about that the Street Rod 750 is, I like the fact they changed location in the mirrors, but when you put them out there in the handlebar,
I didn't like that either. They're like, so this is the bar. It was right here. It was like this.
Right. But the problem with that is, what the hell happens if you go lay the bike down?
You're losing the
mirror.
mirror.
That was the first thing to go.
Yeah.
That was one thing. Now, I did like that Street.
It was light as a feather, though.
And turning, very agile.
One thing they did right was when they marketed it as an urban riding bike. That is 100% really correct.
Right.
It's hard to ride a big bike in the city because it's so compressed and congested.
Right. Well,
and there's potholes and crap everywhere, and people just drive like maniacs.
Well, the biggest thing is, the fact is
that thing you can just whip it straight on the curb.
Right. Well, one thing about with the Street 750, it's got that shorter wheelbase to it, say compared to
it's smaller than the 883.
Yeah, it's smaller
by a good few inches, probably easily.
Right, and lighter. I think the 750 was weighing like 450 pounds.
Yeah, and my 883, I think dry was 625. But you got to remember, that's an old 06 model, though.
Right.
It's old.
Right. But now, I tell you what really got me was
also top heavy.
But that was one thing about with the Street 750 is I like because of how light it was, how nimble and agile. And even though it had a 750cc engine, that thing still had power to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I rode one for an ex-girlfriend, rode it. She went up by it from dealership. She had no way of getting it home. I rode the thing home, and I'm up on the highway.
You got a demo ride.
Considering the fact it only had like 5 miles on it when she bought it.
Yeah, that was just out of crate and getting set up for bill of sale. That's
right.
all that was.
But I'm up on the highway and I couldn't believe it. This thing had no problem wanting to do 75, 80, 90 miles an hour.
And it maintained.
Yeah, it was like no problem. The biggest problems I had with it was trying to shift it into neutral out of first or from second. The neutral light, there was a lot of times it would be in neutral, but the the light would not come on. Okay. And the only other thing I did not like about it was the mirrors on the handlebars were too short.
Yeah.
Because as big as I am, because I'm taller than you.
Oh yeah.
I was seeing my shoulders.
Oh no, he's not that much taller than you, Anthony. He's only got 3 inches.
Yeah.
Everyone's taller than me, even my own mom.
But that's the thing, you know.
Can't help Janaea, so.
But I mean, but then that bike, I mean, it was getting about 50 to 55 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
And it had,
what was it?
even though it had a small tank, I'm going, damn, it'd be no problem.
I wish I would have spent this money, Mater. I'll ride any damn bike. It doesn't bother me what it is, except I will not ride a crotch rocket. I don't like sport bikes. They're uncomfortable. They're awkward. Now, I was with a friend at a local power sports shop. They had for $4,000 I think it was a 2004 Honda Rebel with a 5-gallon tank that said 85 miles a gallon or some crap, if I remember correctly.
How big of a Honda Rebel?
How big is a what?
How big of a Honda Rebel?
I think it was like a 250.
Okay.
It was like a baby cruiser. I'm just like, I told the guy, I'm like, I'll give you $2,500 cash right now. He said no. He wouldn't take it. He wouldn't even take it as a down payment. That's how, like, that shop is really bad sometimes, I've heard over the years. I'm just like, 5 gallons, 85 miles. 5 gallons, yeah, I can make that work as just a little cruiser around town.
Hi, Tom G.
No, Tom. That was one of the biggest problems that they had on the Street 750.
That inverted front end carried over to the new short-lived bike that they had for the new Softail lineup. I forgot the name of it, but it had the square front end, the square headlight, I think.
Huh.
What was it? It was like a Fat Bob and something else.
Huh. I don't know what that one was.
It had like a different exhaust on it and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. But like Harley's doing some stuff. I'm really sad that they're kind of phasing the Sportster away, though.
That's what I've heard. They're doing away with the Sportster. They've got.
And I as much as I hate the top heaviness of it, I started on a Sportster, so I have a little bit of love for it always.
Well, for me, mine one was the Wide Glide. That was my first Harley.
I still want a Wide Glide.
You ain't getting mine.
I still can't find one.
Now,
they're a treasure.
Now, hey, Anthony, up like this, I'd sell mine, but it would be it'd be some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But concerning the fact that one of the things that, now one of the drawbacks I don't like about the Wide Glide is the fact of where the gauges are.
Oh, you don't like them?
Well, it's right there on the gas tank.
Yeah, that's where mine are on my bike. I like them personally because I could just give a quick glance down.
Right. Well, for me, I've gotten the fact, having on the Tri-Glide and everything, I can go from here to like here.
Your location is up. You're up towards the top by the bar and everything, huh?
Well, actually, no, they're up. It's like right there below the windshield. So I don't have.
You got a whole fairing then, huh?
Yeah,
you got the fairing, you got the wing guard and everything.
Yeah, so I've got that fairing and everything. So I've got the gauges right there and everything. So it's not that hard to look down and everything compared to going from here to. I got to look down. If the sun is shining the right direction, I got to kind of turn my head. A couple of times over. Yeah.
What about like for me the easiest comparison is because I spent a lot of time on the 2018 Softail launch year stuff. I did not like the way they revamped the Street Bob with the small 3.5 gallon tank, and then they went to the triple tree digital gauge that goes on top instead of having the old school analog gauge. It's a little thing. It's the size of like this, and it's a clamp that goes on the bars, and it's a digital gauge that comes factory. It tells you everything digitally instead of an analog needle. I don't like that at all. It's a different wiring setup or something also too. And
Mhm.
also, it felt like a big Sportster because the tank was so small.
Now, I know in fact one thing that you would like, as far as the plans that I've got for my Y Glide, is that it's going to be a two-stage or two-step process. The first process is putting hard saddlebags and a tour pack on it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then the second step is replacing the 4.5 gallon tank with a 6 gallon and putting a touring fairing on it with the gauges.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
It'd be a lot of work, but I guarantee you one thing: it would make it a lot nicer because one, I'd have that bigger, I'd have a gallon and a half bigger tank, and
That's
second,
huge. That's huge in capacity. It's huge.
do what?
That's a huge capacity difference.
Right. I know, but thing
And
also
run
is,
time on the bike.
right, but then all my gauges would be right here in front of me, like I got on the Tri-Glide.
Are you working on doing this right now?
I've already got the bag and the tour pack. I've sent them off to get painted and everything, but the guy, mind you, this has been about a year and a half ago, and he still never has gotten around to them. He was supposed to let me know how much it was going to cost with, his cost. He was going to find out how much the paint and everything was going to be and how much it was going to cost me. He never has, and so I've got to get over and get all those picked up. I have to bring them back here and do all the sanding and priming. I guess do the painting myself because I want to get it at this point. Plus, there's a crack in the tour pack that I need to get fixed. Plus, there's some holes where there's some badges on it that I'm not going to go back on. Get them filled in.
Those in.
Get those filled in and get everything smoothed out. Get them painted to match the bike. Now, the biggest problem that I've got, I can go and I can get, say you've got one of the older, the other dynos. What was it, like the Fat Bob?
Fat Bob's a Dyna frame. Fat Bob was on a Dyna frame. What's the other one? Fat Boy is, I think. No, wait. I think Fat Boy's soft.
Not Fat Boy. But the thing about it is, right. But now, some of your dynos, you can actually go and get the mounting hardware to put a tour pack on them. Okay? It depending upon the year and the model and everything. The only one they do not offer a tour pack mount for, the Y Glide.
Only one. It's meant to be an old-fashioned cruiser.
It's the only one that's the only drawback to the Y Glide is that there's not enough aftermarket support.
That's what I found about my lowrider. The 18 lowrider has very small support.
Yep.
There's a lot of support for the Softail version of the Street Bub, but there's not a lot for. It's all stupid, small, minute things because the bike is built just a little differently. And it's almost it's the same frame. It's just some stuff is just out of place by this much or that much.
Right. So,
That's the thing I regret about my bike is that. But at the same time, I still think the lowrider in 2018 was the best looking bike that they came out with.
Now, I got lucky. Went on eBay.
Saddlebags.
Saddlebag
frame supports.
Yeah, these are the hard saddlebag supports.
Yeah, I got the cheapy ones.
But these are the ones for the Y Glide. I managed to find these.
And you had to do some searching probably.
I actually wasn't all that hard. I just went on eBay and put in what I've got, and these came up, and they were about $100, $125.
That's not bad. That's a good price. That's a really good price.
Yeah. But as far as coming up with tour pack, that's a different story. I can't find one. Nobody makes the bracket or support the mounting bracket and everything for the tour pack for a Y Glide.
Yeah, one thing I'm trying to figure out, Mater, is if I can get a trailer hitch mocked up and made for my bike, my specific.
Hi, Ashley.
You can
And
actually
there's a
now-
few of them. There's a few companies out there. They told me they didn't have. There's one. I think they're out of Canada, and they market more towards the bigger bikes. I'm like, I have this. Told them, I'm like, I got this year bike and all this stuff. So we
Right.
don't have nothing for that specific frame. So they referred me to someone else, and they're trying to see if they can make something work with the frame. So it'd be a custom order. So obviously it would cost way more money.
hey, Trouble.
Also, I need to see if my bike is even capable of towing a small trailer.
It should.
It is.
I mean,
It's got a
see,
107 in it.
right. Now, see, now I got
I'm
lucky.
not overloading it by any means either. It
Right.
would just be a small thing where I can tow a small trailer behind the bike, loaded with all my gear, which would be a tent and whatever else I would need if I'm
Right.
going on a long camping trip with it.
Right. See, now, like for me on that trike and everything, I found out that, yeah, they do offer trailer hitches and stuff like that
Mhm.
for the Y-Glide or the Tri-Glide. And
Yeah,
I
it
looked
goes right
online.
up under the. You got to mount it under the fender, and it goes into the frame and everything.
No, it mounts up underneath the trunk and everything.
Oh, on the Tri-Glide, it's way different.
Yeah. Right. But the thing about it is that, you know, I was looking around and I was going to be looking at about $600 to get the whole setup.
Yeah,
That
like,
was going to be the hitch and the wiring harness.
I think
I
the
got
cheapest I
lucky.
saw was for what I was looking into. It was around the 400 or 500 mark.
Well,
So
now,
it's
I
still
got
not.
lucky.
It's still not cheap.
Right. But hey,
Night, Shaggy.
so Shaggy's
Wait a
going to, all right, see you, Shaggy. Now, Anthony, I got lucky that the local, where I call my local, he's still about an hour away from me.
It's still local enough.
But anyways, the shop, you know, I normally deal with, he's got a huge selection of used parts. Okay, mind you, that's where I got that tour pack from. But right after I'd gotten the trike and everything, I called him up, told him what I was looking for. And he goes, "What year is yours?" I told him what it was. He goes, "Hang on." He comes back, says, "Yeah, I've got one." I go, "How much?" He goes, $150. I said, "Okay, well, how much would it be for putting a wiring harness on there?" To, you know, get also. He goes, "It's already got the wiring harness."
So you got the
$150. Yeah, so $150 got me the hitch and wiring harness.
Nice. Win-win right there for you.
And so and the thing about it is,
People
also
think
has-
car parts are hard to get. Try finding stuff for motorcycles.
but Anthony, it had something else that went with it that I wasn't expecting. It had the that little box and everything on there to let me be able to use the load equalizer.
The what is it? It's a little square joint that's a pitch and swivel, right?
No, it had the load equalizer in the wiring harness. That allowed me to put LED lights on the bike.
Oh, it's a wiring thing. Okay, I got you now.
Yeah. So like on that trike and everything was halogen or, you know, those kind of bulbs.
You can run higher wattage electrics.
Well, no, the fact is that since I wanted to put LEDs on there, okay, LED bulbs, they don't pull as much voltage and amperage. So it totally confuses the computer. Okay. So I ran into this problem on the Y-Glide. And so I had to get a load equalizer. It was plug and play. So I just told the computer, "Oh, okay, fine. Everything's fine." But that wiring harness on that, for that hitch and everything, it had a load equalizer already in it. Those things are about $70 to $80 itself.
That's so you got a killer deal, obviously.
So I was able, and I've already got the headlight converted over to LED. I think I spent about $80 for that bulb, and it's just the bulb itself. I didn't have to change out the whole light assembly.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've seen those headlight assemblies. Oh yeah, you get these Daymaker headlights.
That's what's
they're
on
like,
mine.
okay, and how much are those Daymakers?
I think when I priced mine, I think it was like $80 to $130 fucking dollars, something like that. But I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Right.
Because I looked at there's two versions. There's a base one, and then there's an upgraded version.
Right. But the thing about it is, like I said, I think I spent about $70 just for the bulb itself, kept the same housing. But now the weird thing
That's
about
a
it,
good light. In all honesty, it's probably the best light I've had on the front end of any of my bikes.
oh yeah, and
I will say that for sure. It lights up the street.
oh yeah, and up like this, I've got the turn signals in the front already swapped over to LEDs, and the tail lights on it, I swapped those bulbs out. And the thing about it is, I found those bulbs over at Walmart in the automotive section. And the nice thing about them is that when you hit the brake, you know how they tell you, okay, when you're on a motorcycle and you're going to brake and everything, you know, kind of pulsate the brake handle to make your brake lights flash.
Oh
These
yeah,
lights,
like give them a little warning, you know.
right?
Boop, boop.
Okay, the bulbs themselves do it automatically. They'll flash like 5 or 6 times, then they'll go solid.
Oh, that's interesting.
The bulbs themselves will do the flashing for you. You don't have to do that.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
kind of interesting. Like for me, I don't turn my turn signals off on my bike. I go through my turn signal goes off once I'm either turning upright. It still confuses me some days.
Right. That's what mine does too.
I'm used to having to always manually do it.
Right. Well, see, that's what both the Y-Glide and the Tri-Glide do. They both will automatically sit there and turn. And the one thing that does piss me off is I'll be getting up on the highway. I'll put my turn signal on. I can't get all the way on. And it's already turned off. Yep. Yep, Antonio, that's what we're talking about. That's why I had to put that load equalizer in there.
Oh, okay.
Because like what Renegade was saying,
different things.
Stuff today. Because the problem I ran into on the Y-Glide, now when I swapped out the rear ones to LEDs, had no problem. But when I swapped out the front ones, that's where I ran into the problem. It started making them flash real fast, and I got a code up on the dash. I put my load equalizer in. That took care of the whole problem. And even if on the older cars and trucks and everything, if you switch over to LEDs, you have to put a load equalizer in there. And what it does is it makes the computer think, oh, or your flasher and everything, make it think that it's pulling the same amount of wattage and amperage when it's not. But yeah, those lights and everything I got there at Walmart, I think they were like about $15. So it was worth it. I mean, a lot cheaper than going and buying the ones actually for it from a motorcycle dealership. And they were just a regular push in and twist bulb, I think. I think is all they were. I don't remember if they were the other kind. Antonio, I'm fixing to shut this down in about 7 minutes. If you come in earlier, I would have. Like I said, I'm fixing to shut this thing down and everything. Because, yeah, I've got about 7 more minutes to go.
You're behaving, so I don't need to remind you.
I know, I'm keeping an eye on the time. But, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, those lights, those bulbs I got, like I said, I picked them up over at Walmart for about $15 for the pair. Oh, I didn't see that, Antonio. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Oh yeah, he did. He told you send him a link. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see that neither.
If I had seen it, Antonio, I would have sent it to you. I'll tell you what, I'll send you the link and everything for Wednesday night. How's that sound? I'll make sure to get that sent to you Wednesday. I said, I totally missed it. I mean, if someone else
I didn't catch it either.
Right. If someone else had seen it and, commented on it like, 40 minutes ago, then yeah, I would have sent you the link.
Yeah, 8:30 he sent it.
Okay.
8:30.
I totally missed
So,
that.
yeah, I didn't see it neither.
I want to talk to him about what he rides. I didn't know he rode bikes, in all honesty.
Well, show up Wednesday and everything. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be getting home around 5 o'clock every day. Maybe later, maybe earlier. Hopefully this week.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this Mother Nature. She's starting to tune up the band right now.
Yep.
you got
I'm
some-
hearing those drums.
You got
Yeah.
some.
We got some thunderstorms fixing to start rolling in. That's another reason to shut this
Uh-oh.
down so I can get inside the house.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Which means
I
I
thought
go
it
to
was
bed.
gonna rain.
Oh, it's pouring.
I thought it was gonna rain tonight or something like that.
I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna rain tonight on him and hit us by tomorrow.
Well,
I
it's
don't
been
know what
raining.
rain is.
Cajun, hey,
That
we've
stuff.
been having. What's it? It's been raining since early this morning, off and on. There hasn't been a heavy rain. It's just been kind of a light, kind of heavy drizzle to a light rain and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, we haven't had any thunder. Okay,
Did you ever eat your dinner?
I had some of it. I didn't finish it all.
We was like partly cloudy all day, mostly cloudy, and I had the front door and the back door for the last week or so. I had the front door and back door open during the day, and let that breeze pass through. And then this afternoon, man, we had some cool air come in from the back door. I'm like, wow, Johnny, you feel that? It felt like walking into a cooler, almost, a coffee cooler. Man, so I'm like, yeah. And then that wind blowing, and that wind was kicking too. So I know that whatever's coming down is sucking all that Gulf moisture up.
Yep.
You know.
I know yesterday and Friday, boy, I tell you, we had a lot of wind and everything, and it was all coming up out of the south.
Yeah, that's it, sucking that Gulf moisture up. And oh yeah, he was talking about thunder, brain thunder, renegade. I kind of wondered that myself, and then I realized, we got a front coming through, and it's probably hitting Mater about now, or in a couple of hours.
Well, all I know is that before I went live and everything, we've got one of the channels that is here in Ellis County. He does the weather and everything, showing the radar, and it was showing out by Abilene, the rain and everything. It was all red and yellow out that way.
Yeah.
It's all
I gotta
coming.
say, what's going on to Chef? I liked his Ratchet video today that I watched on the way home.
Did you see the one that Ed put out there with the Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I did. Where he breaks that one.
Yeah,
I've been destroying Ratchets all week.
What hurricane in the Gulf, Raging?
I didn't know there was one out that way.
I didn't know they had a storm out in the Gulf. Sir
No,
poops
it's
a
not,
lot.
Renegade.
Poops a lot. Means he's losing weight. He's lighter
Let me
weight.
pull up my golden triangle map.
Believe it or not, Anthony, I've actually gained weight.
In the Pacific.
Not supposed to gain it if you're losing.
Yeah,
Forgot
we're
what you-
getting
I don't
nothing
know
off
what
of
you-
that.
It may all be coming out on the south, but that don't mean he ain't blocked up top.
Yeah.
He has
Do you
a
have any
very
pain
firm.
inside your abdomen or anything?
Ain't nothing in the Pacific
I've
neither.
had pain. Yeah, I've had pains in my
No.
abdomen and everything.
He has a very firmly.
I'm just confused, like, by what it could be then. And they've done pretty much, it sounds like everything possible, huh?
Right. And the thing about it is, and Chris will agree, because she's gotten the whiff of it, but it does have a metallic smell to it.
What?
That's iron.
Yeah, now last night I was wanting to evacuate the bedroom.
Yeah.
What has a metallic smell?
Anything that comes out.
Is it? I don't. I mean, I.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. We talked about that last week. Yeah.
Right.
If it's black, it's blood and iron.
Nope, it's not black and it's not red.
Interesting.
It's all coming out brown.
Yeah, I
I have
looked at
no issues
my.
talking about this stuff. I've been dealing with certain stuff for the last 3-5 years, and I've learned a lot about the medical field.
And
I could
Renegade,
almost be
no.
a nurse.
Yeah. But Renegade, nope. I have not yet been able to get a chance to go back to work because, like I said, this morning before 12 o'clock, I already made, 4 trips to the bathroom?
Something like that. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was half out.
Yeah. So, I mean, and concerning the fact that from where I'm sitting at to the bathroom in the house,
Now
I
the
can be
trains.
there. I can go to the bathroom in less than 2 minutes.
No warning, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I get the warning and everything. It's like, okay, I gotta go. And Crystal, of course, knows that when I come in, she can tell if that's where I'm heading. But
Yeah.
thing about it, if I was at work, considering the fact how many people we got working there and how many are guys, and we got one guy that likes to spend about 10 to 15 minutes in there.
Where do you live at, Antonio?
So if you need to go, you need to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I was at work and everything, I'd be going, all right, guys, I got to head to the house so I can get cleaned up, get clean clothes. There's no way and then I'd be able to come back, say, work about another hour or two, and then boom, I'm back home.
Yeah.
That is not going to work.
I have a friend who I don't know what he had though, but he had his intestines all removed. Like he has like 20% of his intestinal tract, and
Damn.
he's in and out of the bathroom constantly. And he's the same exact age as me, minus a couple years. And he's 30. I want to say 36, 35, and he does wear diapers at this age because of what happened to him because he got so sick with whatever was wrong with him. That's like I think it's a combination of like Crohn's or ulcerative colitis and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Well,
like even depending on what he eats, if he eats certain stuff, he's in it. It runs through him that quickly.
Oh yeah.
He goes. It's dumping. Kind of like Crohn's.
Yeah. Now for me, I know someone, and it was someone I was dating, and everything. This has been a couple of years, and she actually, like I said, she's the one that worked for Waffle House and everything, and she happened to go to the hospital. Deal about it was the store here where she worked at, they closed it down for remodel, so they had her at another town, put her up in the hotel and everything, but we're talking about 2.5, 3 hours away. Well, she wound up slipping, and when she slipped and everything, she kind of fell down some and landed on one of the Waffle House coffee cups. She didn't think anything of it, but she was hurting some. She decided to come back. Took her to she was complaining about her side hurting. I took her to the hospital. She had 4 broken ribs.
Wow.
I said, damn, I know that Waffle House coffee is strong, but I didn't realize the cups were that stronger.
Yeah. At Renegade, he doesn't even get gurgle. He gets grr, and he's done.
Yeah, I get the grr, and
Antonio
that's
lives in Arizona. Okay. I didn't know it rained that much in Arizona.
But up like that.
Yeah, it depends on the year.
But
He's about halfway from Tucson to Phoenix.
Yeah.
In between.
But I was going to say, about a week or so later, she was really hurting, and she actually said, nope, something's wrong. She made the drive all the way back up here, went to the ER and everything, and that's when they found out she had a ruptured intestine.
Ooh.
Ruptured what?
That means if you have a ruptured intestine, that you can go septic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how big the hole was?
That they didn't ever say, but they wound up, of course, putting her on a colostomy bag and everything, and then they first put her on a drain to get the infection down, plus a whole bunch of antibiotics and everything.
Oh yeah.
Then she wound up going on a colostomy bag.
They gotta flush everything.
Right, everything
has to go
flushed out, and then she wound up going for the surgery. Of course, by the time she had the surgery, she and I were already broken up. But I found out later on she had part of her small and large intestine removed because of it being that bad.
She should have a scar that goes down and looks like a little upside down V, and then one that goes sideways.
Well, right. Well, Anthony, I never got a chance to see it, and I never will because this past July she passed away.
No, June.
Well, I'm still sorry.
I was on antibiotics 30 days when I had a perforated intestine. 18 months ago, 19 months ago, I spent that whole month in the hospital.
That my mom has from his spleen being removed.
Yep.
Just a little couple inches.
Yep. Anyways, okay, we were gone 5 minutes past time and everything. So I do need to get this shut down. Like I said, I want to get in before it starts raining because I didn't bring me a bar of soap to take a shower and wash the clothes at the time.
Yeah, and he's got to take the trash out front. I can throw some shampoo at his head.
Yeah. So yeah, and the trash is still got to get taken out. So I need to get this shut down. So I'm gonna start with Anthony saying goodbyes.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me, Mater. As always, appreciate it. Check out my little channel, Anthony GM85. I've been doing more cooking stuff lately.
Oh, that means you're gonna take the cooking crown from Chef Shade Tree.
Oh no! I don't want that. I don't want that.
You don't want that title. Huh?
I actually am working on editing a video I was supposed to have out yesterday.
Hey, 710.
Better late than never. All right, Cajun.
All right, everybody. As always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Pluto.
Yep. All right. Well, I appreciate, everybody's, been up here on panel. And of course, everybody coming in and chat and everything. It's always interesting as far as what we're going to be talking about. Like I said, that's one thing I love about my channel is like you never know what the subject is going to be. The main thing is we didn't really talk a lot about food tonight, which is what's really weird.
Yeah, a little bit. Talked about Mrs. Beef
Yeah, we talked a little bit about food because we didn't drive Renegade all that crazy and everything like we normally do.
Yeah, we didn't drive them crazy. Yeah, right.
So, like I said, I got to get like I said, we got rain, got thunderstorms going to be here soon, and that temperature's starting to drop. So I need to get in, get my stuff taken care of, get the trash all taken out before it does start raining. So, and Antonio, I will send you the link earlier on Wednesday. That way you got plenty of time to get up and everything. And till then, everybody stay safe and God bless.